Hello, it's Tirza Ekholm of the Tirza Factor, and I can't resist playing with the rays of the sun that are coming in here through the window. It's just actually really, really fun. So just, I'm actually going to talk to you a little bit about decluttering your mind because I had a really fabulous day today, and I promise I'll move out of the sunshine. I started out the day because it was really cold. Actually, it's still only in the 30s. It was really cold this morning, so I wore some boots that I don't take out of my closet for years because usually it's just not cold enough to do so. So just a second, I'll show you who they are. Or what they are. Hello, Almina. Hello. Let's see. Oh, I can do the wave thing. This is just really cool. All right. So just a second here. I want to show these off because these are really pretty amazing. You can do this thing. Check these out, man. These are really, really, really comfortable, and they look amazing on leggings. And of course I wanted to wear my leggings today and my scarf because they're my latest design, and I couldn't wait to show them off to my group this morning. So of course I did. And I felt really warm all day. And even though it's still only 37 outside, and I was going to do my video outside, but it's actually a little bit too cold for that. The sun is marvelous. This is why, I'll try not to shake the camera. This is why I love Colorado, and especially Colorado Springs, because, yeah, we get our snow, we get our cold days, but we get our sunshine. We get more sunshine than the state I moved here from, the sunshine state of Florida. So, you know, when I lived in Florida, it was amazing. It was wonderful. I loved it there, but I hadn't been here yet. And, you know, when I moved here in, well, should I say how long ago that was? In 1976. We actually got here. We drove from Florida December 31st, 1975. And we were driving up Ute Pass for the very first time, and the snow was coming down on those evergreen trees and those red rocks, and we were going up Ute Pass. It was heavenly. I totally fell in love, and I knew I was staying no matter what, and so here I am still. However many years later, I'm not going to count them. Hello, Al Fryer. Good to see you too. All right, back to the topic at hand, which is what I was really going to talk about, speaking of decluttering. Part of the reason I had such a fabulous day today, because I was thinking about, first of all, I had a wonderful strategic business introduction. That's a special thing that we do in eWomen Network. So we had one of those this morning, but it's a complete follow-on to the fabulous weekend that I had. So here we go. I'm going to start with number one. This is specifically about decluttering your mind, specifically in terms of business, because we have so many different ideas coming at us and so many things that we think we need to be doing and things to think about. And so here we go. So the first one, of course, I think is education. So there's a ton of education out there, and you really want to try to choose what's relevant to you now. There are a lot of things that I am learning this year that although they might have been relevant to me earlier, I just wasn't ready for. And so I'm putting a lot of intention and love into working on just the sort of education that's working for me now, which is right now marketing. So that's number one. That's a way to declutter your mind, is to stick to the things that you're really wanting to put your attention on now, that are going to help you now. So I tend to be a bit of a knowledge junkie, and so one of the ways around that is to take action on the things that I'm learning. So, of course, one of them is doing these videos. Number two is get with a group that emphasizes accountability. So I'm in a group called the Platinum Inner Circle, run by Casey Eberhardt, and one of the things that we have is something called a hot seat. And one of the things that I find amazing about the hot seat, it not only benefits the person who's in the hot seat, but everybody in the group as well. We all learn something. It all helps us in our businesses. We all get to discover. It's amazing what you can discover that you can offer to somebody else as being part of that process. So, hey there, Bonnie. Yes, I understand. You are too, eh? Yes, exactly. The knowledge junkie. It's so fun to learn things. But it matters more when you can actually apply it and do something with it. I love seeing people come alive, both when they're in the hot seat itself and when they're in the group and they have the opportunity to contribute. They're digging deep within themselves and coming up with answers and knowledge they probably didn't even know they had. So, so I love the whole process. It's just amazing. So this morning we had our strategic business introduction, and I find that's very similar to a wisdom circle, although we don't really call it that. We don't have the hot seat per se, because we don't have the accountability piece, but what we do have is we have this fabulous opportunity to support each other. And then again, there's this amazing synchronicity that happens when people put out something that they're working on, and the people in the group start to respond and say, hey, that's cool. I understand what you're going through, and I felt something similar myself, and this is what I did. Or, hey, have you ever thought about this? Or and it just builds. We all build on each other, and that's amazing. So part of it, I think, is you get to be part of something greater than yourself. That's the group. None of us are working on the same thing. We have similar trains of thought, similar paths, but none of us are doing the same things, which is also really, really amazing. You're with, hello, Victor. You're with people who are like-minded, and what I mean by that is not that we share the same opinions on anything, but we're like-minded because we're all wanting to grow. We're wanting to be part of something that's bigger than ourselves. We want to grow personally. We want to grow in our businesses. We want to give back more, and so we really encourage each other to do that. And that's, I want to say we push each other, but it's more like encouragement. And it empowers us, and it helps us build our confidence. And that's why I felt so amazing this morning in the same way that I felt so amazing after this weekend. So I apologize for shaking the phone, but I get really excited when I start to talk about things that I love. And so I had a really extremely productive day. So I get to be home, and I get to go home into my, I'm going to come back and chat with you tomorrow. So thanks for listening. If you'd like to follow along with me, follow along my journey, see what things I'm going to talk about for decluttering next, well, then send me a private message or tune in tomorrow, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks. Bye, everybody.